Now, I'm going to tell you, this is a video for international security, something you need to think about. And this is through time, and this is how real situations are. Now, we're in the year in the element, and I was speaking about fibers, right? Even down to your uniform, and then we're in the year of conduct. Now, I'm gonna tell you just like this: if a person, look, you see, there's certain trees around, right? You could tell there's a feminine being that was like a Japanese or Asian habitation, and then when they doing their physics, because through the natural time, remember, listen, let me explain. I'm gonna tell you something real short. I've been trying to tell you this. You see, when we in the year in the element, that means certain individuals in their social star charts have elements in them, like they do golden body, iron body, and stuff like that. When you have sex with a shorty and then she frustrated, it's the same thing with foundations even at a time, because we're in the year the element, the year of foundation. So you got to think about the consecration and things around you. This is what I've been trying to tell you. This is why concrete is wonderful. You know, sometimes going a certain type of way is for other certain things. It's not for everywhere in the world and stuff. You know what I'm saying? A person says, why is that? Now, I'm going to tell you, yo, it's me Chi. Either way you look at it, I told you it's me Cypher. But I'm going to tell you just like this. You know, when an individual is doing certain things, is at certain places where you do certain things and you have certain conduct. When you take it upon yourself and put certain other conduct down, it forces vibrations a certain type of way, just like if a person's doing martial arts. If a person's having sex with a shorty that is like, they're not supposed to have sex with because it's not the height requirement of certain situations for an individual, and then I'm here, you got to think about what happens in the physical reality, because when a shorty really gives up on herself or something happens within her own vibrational conduct that makes her upset, it's like a martial art blow. I don't know who's in competition. And on top of it, you have things that really go on in other places a certain type of way, and then me myself. But when you have an individual trying to force their intentions when they're learning about the human condition and the overall meaning the reason of certain status quotas, even of a habitation of a shorty in the physical reality, you have certain reactions through time. And then on top of it, an individual said, how real is it in the year of conduct? This is the point we get in the point of reflection. And then my wife, she done did real things in the paradigm of time to her own conduct, and then individuals been in real serious nonchalant bouts and just trying to save their life, because it's just a form of natural habitation. But some people got too involved in certain things, and then next, you know, the social habitation, you know, it vibrated a certain type of way, because individuals doing certain things beyond their means. But you got to think about what's happening in the paradigm of time with an individual a certain type of way. You know, I don't say nothing as far as how serious situation is. It's just like you remember I made this on saying this. I was like, yo, if you have, you know, my wife be representing herself a certain type of way at times because she's a certain type of way. And then when she does certain things, it vibrates even in the conduct, in the paradigm of time within herself and also within me. That's why I humble myself and I keep myself a certain type of way. I don't like all that type of funny type of, you know, situations and stuff, because you learning about the reason of a planet. You know what I'm saying? There's an over, you know, sometimes some of you might have it in the form of example. Sometimes some you might have it in the form of a different habitation of the physical reality, because of the things that individuals do even to themselves. It's just like doing something and getting hurt, but then something would have really happened to you a certain type of way, and there's an energy guiding you, the natural conduct even coming from the moon. My wife is in the same type of situation, because when certain things happen and then you play in a digital system, the anatomy of the matter that vibrates throughout the conduct, and you living around elements, this is what causes certain type of situations. And then I tell you, individuals be on real habitation with certain other things because other people don't believe in certain. Listen, let me explain something to you. I already explained everything far as the higher conduct a certain type of way. And then you have individuals that do forms of conduct of the example that they use at the time, or even acknowledgement of their own of a vibrational control that they wanna, whatever they do at the time, or the judgment or choice other people make and stuff like that. But that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? And we're in the year of the element, the year of the reflection. So you think about the guiding conduct at the time and what it does, and then what happens a certain type of way. And then it's like lying to yourself. It's the same thing what I told you in the overall situation. I broke down all the physics. I told you that already. Overall situation, same things. So you have certain entertainment. So on top of it, then your vibrational conduct at a time is because a person is already displaying their choice of conduct in different ways, and a person reflects on their choice or judgment and the things that happen, and then the things that play out in natural life. So because vibrational emotions. I told you that, you know what I'm saying? Because we're in a year and an element. Some people, physical in certain social habitations may be different from other individuals, even in conduct, because they have natural elements to their natural habitation of their physical, of their human condition. And then when things happen through time, it's like opening up uh, 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 a lane, or a certain type of situations for an individual in life with the vibrational conduct that they move in. And then you look at their intentions through time, or the things that they do using their metaphysics, you know what I'm saying, as far as reflection, because everything has to have a physical reaction. This is why certain individuals don't get too concerned in social habitation, because when the real situation is around, then the what you opened up for is gonna be choices. That's when people sit with you in law enforcement and ask you what's that about. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because it goes down to even the physical reality of physics. It's like a person makes a choice of certain things, and then it trickles down where you actually see certain things happening in social habitation with individuals, and then I told you it shows itself through time. So when people do things like that, it's just, then a person gets really concerned, because the time that individuals are living in are a time for high honor of judgment, even of the physical reality, even of a time to know what one's social dignity is about. So, the situation is a little different, you know what I'm saying? A person says, if a person's doing something with fibers, a person already warns an individual, don't violate one's social habitation, because that type of conduct is not kept in a social priority in proximity, and tell you the truth, in the physical reality, because those are already wild intentions that's supposed to be tamed. You know what I'm saying? So, a person tells an individual that, and when they do certain things, and then people get concerned, and then it's onto your judgment call or what you do. You know what I'm saying? And this is the reasons of certain social habitation. And then on top of it, my wife is a certain type of way in certain social habitation concerning her physics, when she does something on her conscience level of her choice, because she knows the overall of a situation and what can happen. So she makes a judgment call on the physical conduct, and then one that is knowledgeful is supposed to know what's going on, and then But anyway, I have nothing to do. That has nothing to do with me because once you violate a situation where she already tells you and brings it and tells you this is certain things that you do not do, and then she gives you signs of one's real physical habitation of the physical reality, and even and tell you the perimeters and proximities of doing stupid things. You know what I'm saying? The overall the allegory shows itself. So be very careful, you know what I'm saying? Because your serious repercussions is a reason, it is a reason, and on top of it, then a person tell you the real situation, and then you can't say nothing because now if I decide in this social habitation, the year of the reflection, the year I might want a real social habitation a certain type of way in my physical reality in life, then you have a real situation on your hand because depending on how I do is depending on one disciplinary actions of the physical reality, and then on top of it, you wouldn't believe it. This is what's called in your vocabulary a mirage, but a reality because it has the manifestation, materializing of one's origin, of guidance, of one's higher anatomy. You know what I'm saying? So I explained that already to you. So we're not. I'm not gonna get too much into the conversation, but have a wonderful day because the over outlook at a time. You know.